Mike McCarthy saying, the stuff about Jerry Jones and the Dak injury were so big. There were some really interesting things said, and salute to John Machota for chronicling and journalizing this stuff. He says, his trajectory as a quarterback is on time based on my experience with quarterbacks developing. We've done trend lines on Dak and our offense and all those things, statistic evaluation models and so forth. I feel like he still has a ceiling that he can hit as far as performance, and that's exciting. Now, Brian, as we cover every time we get into one of these kind of topics, your ceiling is your maximum potential.
Okay.
So how close to his maximum potential is Dak Prescott in your eyes?
Man, I don't think he's there at all. I think that, Mike and his trends and stuff like that, man, you couldn't figure out cover two. Don't tell me about trends. But Dak, that's the thing. And with Dak, maybe it's what he is. Maybe this is what he is. The guy was picked in the 4th round. I told you this in the, pre-show meeting we had, Gavin, with, they thought they had their guy. That the scouts thought that Jamil Shower. Yeah, they thought they had their Dak Prescott, and that case, right or wrong, that's what they thought. That's why the scouts will admit that. They're like, listen, we were really wrong about Dak, but we've said this before. Dak has always had to fight. People have never believed in him, and the ability and stuff. That's why he's had to work so hard. That's why he's had to push himself. And the models and things like that. How about figure out ways that you can make him grow as a quarterback. And to me, I don't need models and stuff. I find ways to play to his strengths. Don't ask him to do things. You talk about it every day. Get him a damn running game. Give him some protection. Give him some security to know that things aren't going to break down in front of him, and his receivers are going to get open.
Ideally, your quarterback hits a point around his late 20s where he doesn't need as much around him. Like, give me 2 good offensive linemen, 3 journeymen, a star wide receiver, and I'll get you 26 points per game so you can build a defense as well. I think with Dak, what we learned this year is, at least at this point in his career, he still needs the environment he had his rookie year.
He needs, because he's not as talented as the other quarterbacks that have been. Now, there's been quarterbacks that have been taken 1, 2 overall, whatever, first, second, and Carson Wentz and
he's way better than some of those guys.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that these guys that are taken high, but they're if you look at the great quarterbacks, and Tom Brady is the outlier. He was a 6th round pick. One guy, trust me, Dick Rabine, coach with the New England Patriots, was the only guy that wanted Tom Brady at New England. Scott Pioli went up, hey, Dick, we're about to draft a quarterback for you. Who do you want? I'd like to coach that Brady kid. Huh. Oh, okay. Well, we'll take Brady then. All right, here we go.
That's how it happened.
You miss on a lot of these guys. Yeah. But if you look at Dak's history, he's always had to fight it. He's not been the guy that you love to see go to Trent Dilfer's, best 11 camp, and he's throwing it around, and boy, that's there's a lot of these guys you miss. But, the heart of the quarterback, the smarts, the toughness, the abilities, all these quarterbacks are built in different ways. And the thing with Dak, when you start talking, we're talking about his trajectory, and no, he's not the most accurate quarterback. He moves well, he's tough, he's a leader.
He did move well.
Yeah, figure out ways to get him, like I talked about, the running game. Yeah. Figure out a way that receivers could separate for him, and he can get them the ball when it's not always perfect for him.
It's really right now about the team being better around Dak, and I think that defines Dak.
Yes.
Like, to what extent you have to do that at 877-881-1053. Typically at this time, like the experience of a 6 or 7 year career, it really starts to come into focus for quarterbacks at a time where their physicality is still very close or still in their prime. I think one of the big issues with Dak is he took such a massive injury that now the mentals are coming on, but the physical fell off like he was in his late 30s. That's what I saw last year. A guy that can't help you with his legs. So if he can't help you with his legs anymore, you have to build a dominant running game. And then after you get around to doing that, can you still hold the fort with your defense and have your defense be a top 10 scoring defense so you can, really be Super Bowl capable at that point? And I don't know the answer to that, but I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the truckwreck.com text line as far as how close Dak is to his ceiling. I mean, I really, believe that his mental understanding is going to continue to improve. And I think even with his current level of physicality, like he's going to at least be a very good quarterback for a while. But I can't be as sure of it as I was last year. Like going into, last year, because the ability to run has been so robbed from him. Like I don't know if like the biggest fans have really taken into consideration how much that impacts his ability to win. Look at RG3, look at Carson Wentz. Mm-hmm. When they took that step back, it made a profound impact on their game. Let me see here. Dak was not the same after missing that first deep pass to Michael Gallup against the Chiefs. That was horrible. The passing got weird. Hey, don't y'all be talking about my quarterback. LOL. Which quarterback is accurate though? When I watch Brady and even Rodgers, they're throwing inaccurate passes. Yeah, the inaccurate passes happen. You can't jump down a quarterback's throat for like not having perfect passes all of the time, because I feel like there's going to be somewhere between 2 and 6 every game. Who I don't care who the player is. We're like, wow, what was that?
Really good on the simple passes. There's been some passes that he's thrown inside, but how consistent is that though? The one thing you could say about Brady and Rodgers and those guys, it's one after the other. It just never stops. You know what I'm saying? If you have one, then there's 6 other ones that you're going, oh. Yeah. Now, maybe 3 years ago, Brady, when he was, we were talking about him being washed, but you saw what happened. You put him with a line that can block. You put him with receivers. You put him with a coordinator that could call a game for him. That's the kind of, that's the thing. I just think that Dak has to work really, really hard to overcome a lot of limitations.
Yeah.
Throwing the football.
Yeah.
I really do.
Arm talent,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think it's possible the Cowboys could have a lot of success. Like, he's above the bar of what you need, I think, to win the Super Bowl. It just becomes exceedingly difficult to build the full supporting cast around him. And as he gets older and injured, you wonder, have we seen the best of him? The question is also from the 682, can he even reach his ceiling at this point? I don't know. I think this is a big year coming up that he can show bounce back ability, more ball placement on short routes, and get some physicality back in the game. Like Steve Young was still running at a high level into his 30s, well into his 30s. So it's not impossible. It's just once you've suffered an injury like that, is it mental? Are you going to hesitate to run? And then are you going to keep getting hurt is a big one.